Good morning, dear students. So, in this class, we will learn about the topic no longer the stiff upper lip. See the topic no longer the stiff upper lip. It was written by the well known Karnataka professor, the writer, the short story writer, translator, and academician Dr. Basuraj Donnur sir. And I am Dr. Shivaji Ramagudaji, Assistant Professor of English, Government Postgraduate College, Kittur. So first, before discuss about these prose, we should be the brief introduction of the author, the Basuraj Donnur. The Basuraj Donnur is a contemporary Indian writer and poet, and he is a short story writer, translator, academic, and primarily writing in English. He is known for his powerful and socially engaged literature that often addresses themes of identity, marginalization, caste, gender, and social justice. And if we look at, he was born in July 26, 1969, and he is the Director of Academics and the Head Department of English, Central University of Karnataka, Kalburgi. His works reflects the modern societal issues. See here, his all works reflect the modern societal issues. When we see that he hails from the Dalit background, which significantly influences his writings, themes, and social perspectives. And he completed his education in Karnataka and pursued higher studies in English literature. When look about his literary contribution, he writes, he often explores the themes in his studies: the caste oppression, social discrimination, cultural identity, gender justice, and resistance and human dignity. It was found in the his workings. And he is not just a writer but also a social critic and educator whose work significantly contributes to Dalit literature and contemporary Indian English writings. Through his teaching, writing, and activism, he continues to inspire new generations of students and writes to challenge inequality and uphold the human dignity. So he has continuously, his workings inspires many students of Indians. And first we know the title of this no longer the stiff upper lip. So before start this prose, we see the significant meaning of this stiff upper lip is an English phrase that means showing no emotions. See here, the meaning of stiff upper lips means it is an English phrase and it shows that no emotions, especially during difficult times. No emotions during the difficult times. It symbolizes British colonial pride and emotional control. And the title, No Longer the Stiff Upper Lip, means that Indians should stop blindly imitating British. So he's saying that Indians should stop blindly imitating British colonial behavior and express their own identity, emotions, and voices. So it is an insightful prose that explore the emotional expression and focus on dismantling the stiff upper lip of the ideology. What the ideology is using, that ideology means there is a no emotions. And the title, the stiff upper lip, a symbol of the emotional expression, they have challenged in this prose. And the prose challenges this notion. Notions means the ideas, how the Indians are blindly imitating the British colonial behavior can express through their identity, emotion, and the voices. And when we discuss about the main theme or the central idea of this prose is emotional expression is not weakness. So here the emotional expression is not weakness, and here break away from the gendered expectation. Whatever the expectation we can find, we can break away from that. And here he can express about the colonial hangover in this particular prose. Dr. Basuraj Donur criticizes how Indian elites continue to follow British manners, language, and lifestyle even after independence, and he calls this behavior as a mental slavery to colonial powers. And one more theme we can express in this loss of Indian identity. The author feels that imitating the Western culture has made many Indians to forget their roots, traditions, and the real issues. And it is true, when we are started to imitating the Western culture and we are forgetting our own tradition, the real issues, and their roots. And he encourages people to take pride in their own culture and languages. And at the same time, he also expresses the social injustice. The speaker speaks against the caste discrimination, inequality, and elitism in Indian society. And he believes a real independence means social justice for all, especially for the marginalized people, and need for expression. This essay encourages people to speak up. So it encourages to speak up and express the emotions and fight for the truth and justice. The author rejects the a stiff idea of keeping the stiff upper lip in front of the injustice. And in the opening stanza or the paragraph, he has explained that the sets the tone of highlighting the social expectations from men, discuss the cultural norms of the silence. So when the prose begin, it states that the people are generally happy when help comes in times of need or when others express endowment for them. See here, when we all are happy when the helps come from the when we need. However, we often developed misconceptions about the people of certain culture, such as Englishmen. So it stressed on the culture of the Englishman. Despite cultural and social differences and ideological and political contradictory policies were expressed. The Englishmen are like any of us, an incident from a railway compartment in London. He is narrating one incident which was happened in the London in railway compartment to illustrate this point. The author or the speaker, while boarding a train, while boarding a train, encountered an old woman with two heavy suitcases. She brought the two heavy suitcases, and despite initial reluctance, the author decided to help her and was rewarded with a divine smile from the old lady. So the author, when he saw and he wanted to help that lady, and he saw the smile on her face. As a train slowed down, the woman asked the author why she was taking trouble for her son. So why she is taking trouble for her son. The author reassured her that she would take trouble for her mother, and he replied that she will take trouble for her mother. And as the train stopped, the tears streamed down her cheeks. That old man who is traveling in the train, when the author has replied, she will take trouble for her mother. So she really, literally, she started to cry. The whole human race is one, and he is replying. And the further, the railway incident, the people, the people worldwide experience happiness when help comes from appreciated, but we often developed a misconception about the certain cultures, such as the Englishman's strong, tough nature, like of the emotions express and lack of tears. So here he also criticized the patriarchal society and the questions the cost of emotions, control on mental health, how the present society is moving towards. And he also gives some stress on the patriarchal society of the present ideas. So dear students, today we have learned about the brief history of the Basuraj Donur sir and his contribution to the English literature, and the railway incident which happened in the England, with the speaker's experience with that old man. In the next class, we will discuss the further points. Thank you so much.